Hi, I'm back with page number 5 in our 10 by 10 mini album that we've been making. We've been just making the pages. So page number 5 is, again, you've got your pocket and your flat. But when we turn it over, as you can see, we haven't done anything yet with this 10 by 10. Now on the back of the 10 by 10 of this page in my 8 by 8 album, I had made my waterfall. So your waterfall will go on this page. And for the video, I'm going to go ahead and make mine right onto the matching cardstock. Now, if you want to have your pattern paper, then you're going to probably want to put it down, or at least, a color paper that's coordinating. I have decided that I'm going to use this album for Graphic 45. They're not a night. No, that was the old one. Let me think. It's called The Night Before Christmas, and I just pre-ordered it, and I do sell it on Country Crafts Creations on Facebook. And I sell it for really, really good prices because I'm able to go down and pick it up from the warehouse. So it will be out in the middle of August, but I did pre-orders. And if you're interested, you might want to go take a look at The Night Before Christmas. It's just adorable. And I thought this is going to be the perfect size album for that Christmas album. But this will match. So I'm going to go ahead and leave it on my cardstock. So I'm going to put this page away. We're not going to need the base page, but we're going to need a piece that is cut 7 3/4. Let's see if we can get that. 7 3/4 by 9 1/2. And I'm still getting used to this camera thing because I know everything is in reverse, or I'm seeing it in reverse, or you're seeing it in reverse. I'm not sure. So if there's any problems, just send me a message and let me know. The waterfall. Now this is going to be a good size waterfall, probably bigger than any I've made because of the size of this album. Now you're going to want to cut your pages at 7 3/4 by 5 1/2, and there is going to be a 1-inch score. So I went ahead and already pre-cut, pre-scored, and taped these. So there's 5 of them. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, just making sure. So I'm going to go ahead and go through the construction of this with you. So if you want, you can go ahead and stop the video and pick up after you get everything cut and scored and taped, or you can just go ahead and keep watching with me. So what we're going to do is we're going to put score tape on this flap that you scored at 1 inch. I know most of you have been watching, and you know I love to use 3/8 of an inch score tape, and I put it right next to the score and then also right on the edge. So I've already taken the tape off, and I'm going to match it up at the very top of my page. I'm going to make sure every bit of it's straight, because if you don't, as you're making your waterfall, it will go off crooked. And that's what just happened. So we're going to go ahead and just kind of reinforce my fold. So the main thing on these waterfalls, you want to make sure it's straight on each edge. Okay, now number 2. And my husband redid my camera so it's up overhead, and I'm hoping that it's cutting down on the shadows. But now I've got to get used to being in frame again. So thank you for bearing with me. So let's go ahead and take the tape off now. You're going to have this 1 inch. And I know it's kind of hard to see. Let me see if I can get it up there. This piece, you can put, let me grab a piece of ribbon. After you get it all done and decorated, sometimes I will just take a piece of ribbon that coordinates with my paper line, and you can put a piece of ribbon there, and it looks really pretty. Or you can actually just put a piece of plain paper, and then you've got plenty of room that you can write about the picture. You can, tell what was going on that day, or you've just got nice little journaling spots. Okay, our next, number 2, is going to butt right up to the bottom of that first one that we put down. And remember, this is paper crafts. So if it's not exactly perfect, like you saw when I put the first one on, just kind of push it and force a new little fold there. As long as you're straight on the edges, nobody will know. It's going to look a little crooked on the bottom of this one because I did get it off. But again, just kind of push it up and make the paper do what you want it to do. So there's number 2. So let's go to number 3. Now, you can make these smaller, and I'm going to show you how. So after I put number 3, maybe you don't want it to fill up the whole page. Maybe you just want a half of a waterfall. And I'm going to show you what you can do after we put this one on. So let's put that right up. And again, don't worry if it's not exactly perfect, because your paper will camouflage a lot. So say you've gotten 3 of these together. And then also one way I make sure that my waterfall stays down is each one will have a magnet. So maybe that's as far as you want to go. So if that is as far as you want to go on your waterfall, what you would do is you would just make a line there and you would just cut this piece off. So you would just have 3. And sometimes I do that. Let me show you on your page. I know cardstock on cardstock's not that easy. So sometimes I'll just want a 3 waterfall at the top to kind of give you an idea. And then you've got down here for some more journaling, or maybe you just want to do some decorations, so you just have 3. But for this, we're going to go the whole way down. You can even stop at 2. You don't have to make all 5. I'm thinking that with Christmas and the amount of videos that I take, pictures we take, we have 7 grandchildren. We will need a lot of room for pictures. And I do want to make one of these for each of the families. So I'm so excited about Graphic 45s the night before Christmas. So my son was just asking me if I still had that book, The Night Before Christmas, from when they were kids. So I thought that's going to be really cute. So you can see I got off just a little bit there. Not a big deal. We're just going to force our paper up to where we want it to go. So there's 4. I'm going to turn it. Sometimes it's easier to see against the light. And number 5. And like I mentioned, I use magnets. I'm going to show you a couple. Well, I'll show you another way. You can use the magnets. You can use ribbon. Another cute way is if you have a crocodile, you can make your eyelets. Then you can run a ribbon down through all of them. Okay, so let's make sure everything looks straight. I'm going to take my bone folder. I'm just going to go in and kind of get everything down a little bit more, because I did, as you saw, I had to change some of my folds. I've got a bubble, so if you've ever wallpapered, you know how to manipulate paper. Let me tell you, the days of wallpapering. So now, as we get to the bottom here, I have got a decision to make. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have this, and it is a little long. Now I can either cut this piece off and even it with this, but I'm going to go ahead and leave it down because it actually looks like there's a 6th waterfall, and I like that. So you'll want to grab your page now. Make sure that you have your flap, it should be to your right. So let's see, I get mixed up here. Let's turn it over. We're going to put, I have to turn the waterfall around so it's my side. So you're going to put the waterfall down. See, the pages will open up as they're facing you. Now, if you don't want to do magnets on each and every one of these, let me show you another way. Grab your ribbon. kind of find your middle. And what you're going to do is you're going to tape it onto the back. And you know what? I use my score tape with my ribbon. Then, okay. Oh, and another thing. Before you put your waterfall down, make sure you put your mats down, because once it's down, that's pretty hard to mat around. So anyway, you can take your ribbon. Now there's a couple of cute things you can do. You can just bring your ribbon up and tie it, or if you have the buckles, you can actually bring it down to the bottom, and then you can have a buckle and it will come up. So see, you can do a lot of cute things. I am going to be using magnets. I know it takes a lot of magnets, but again, go to my Country Craft Creations and I sell them, and it makes it really affordable because I'm able to get them, again, from the Basic Gray Warehouse. They also are just 10 minutes away. How lucky can you be sometimes living in Utah? Isn't all that bad, is it? So when you're ready to go ahead, I'm not going to adhere this down because I am going to be using this, and I want to make sure I have my mat down. This is where I use my 1/2 inch score tape, and just put your score tape around every edge, and then I bring one up across diagonally. Then when you're ready, and after you get your paper down, you'll just tape it down, and then look at this, you've got a beautiful waterfall. Then you can decorate it, put tabs, and how fun is that? Doesn't that just look like you spent hours and hours? And we spent not even 10 minutes. So if you have any questions, be sure to put them down in my comment box. Or if I wasn't clear on something, don't hesitate to tell me, and I'll try and clear it up for you. Thanks for watching.